So greetings and salutations. It's been a little while since I've done one of these things. Gotten a little carried away, a lot of really fun stuff going on, and so I figured I'd just kind of do recap. Well, I guess cap, because I hadn't shown you this to you before, anyhow, or me before, or whoever's watching this, if anyone's watching it. But anyway, so I'm gonna walk around, go over all the things that have happened, stuff that I've learned, stuff that I've messed up, stuff that I've gotten right, and just kind of see where we are with the Spit6. Okay, so as you can see here, I got a lot of the suspension all put together. Come around here, start with the back. So, everything cleaned, painted, whatnot. Something I like to do is when I put stuff together, see here, I don't have these things all bolted down tight yet. I wait to the last minute because there's a big learning curve with the order of operations. So let me kind of go over real quick something else hanging off the microphone. What I'm seeing for the back suspension. So, see, I don't have the differential yet. I've actually got a couple of spares way under there, but I'm putting a limited slip differential in here. One of those, I think Quaif is the brand. I can't remember. Anyhow, I got it saved on my computer. And so, tough part is getting the spring down to the differential, getting that all part bolted there. So, to make that easier, it's better to kind of drop this and let this hang down loose. So to do that, I need to take off the shocks. So, with that, that doesn't need to be bolted yet. I've got the extensions. This one's easier to see. So this is a GT6 Mark II frame, and so this way I can hang the shocks off the frame instead of off the wheel well. And so this extension bracket here is going to need to come off. So to put in the differential, 1, put in the differential, 2, take off the shocks, lower the spring so I can mount the spring with the spacer bar and all that stuff, and then I can mount the shocks correctly. And so what I'm going to be doing first is I got the CV axles down there. I'll go ahead and get those all good, brakes all good, and then while I'm saving up for the differential, get the differential in, get the spring all part of the differential, axles into the differential, and then I can finish up with the suspension, the shocks on the two sides. So that's where I'm at with that. Got everything painted, it's looking good. Those are bolts for this here. I've got this bushing here, I tore it getting it in. So I've got a spare bushing here, and I'll show you over here is a little bit easier to see. These bushings are a little bit, the ones I got from Remember Brothers are a little different than what was on here. They stick out a little bit further, so I had to cut off some material or grind off some material on these two little nubs here, basically making it kind of so it's a straight line here instead of coming in some. Also had here to take off a little bit. I was worried that I took off too much in taking these out, but needed a little bit of metal grinded away to kind of make that fit. So everything's there. Got new bearings and races and seals. Let's see, we're going to walk around here. So I flip those around so the shock towers are correct. Everything's looking all beautiful in here. I've got most of the suspension is in there tight. The steering, let's see, so the sway bar, it's not in there tight. Everything's still loose with that, so I'll probably be tightening that up today. The other front suspension looks about the same. Stuff I got left to do, I like to leave things out in like an exploded view so I can see and remember where everything is. So this little bracket here goes onto the brake caliper. Wow, light and dark. Now the camera likes it. So I got to rebuild these brake calipers. There's the kit for the two calipers. this little twisty bracket. Looks like it goes right here. So I'll be cleaning up those brackets and painting them and putting them in place. I think that's most of it for the frame. I got other little stuff, like here's the engine mounts I got to clean up and paint. Some new grease nipples. They seemed fine, but grease was coming out of one of these. I can't remember, I may switch them out, I may not. Those are like cheap parts, so I figured might as well. Then, oh, this is a nice little surprise. Got this all cleaned up. Here is an extra steering wheel someone gave me. So I'm thinking I do like to do a lot of little woodwork projects, so I may like cut all this off and make a steering wheel that like fits in there with the wood all glued and clamped, and then grind it. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. That's just something fun, little thing I'm going to pick away at. Oh, got down here some HS2 carbs for my parents' neighbor. Inherited a Mark III Spitfire that's looking great. Someone did most of a restoration, but the carbs were all like seriously need rebuild. Like one of the pistons wouldn't even move, but I got it freed. Stuff's good there. Rome, coming over here. Hello, tripod. Here is using the back of the car to kind of figure out where I've got things. So there's hubs, and I'm looking forward to hopefully putting in bearings today, maybe wheel studs, got the radius arms I need to put bushings in, then I can mount those on the back. Big thing I'm working on also is the steering rack. I've taken it apart, cleaned it up really well, and so what I've got left to do now is the greasing. It goes underneath the boots. We'll grease the rod well, get a lot of grease in the boots, install those, tie rod ends, install that. I got the new bushings here. Something to show you guys about the wheel studs. These were from a, I can't remember the name of the part now. Oh, hey, here's the partner right here. If it's going to zoom. Is that? Oh well, let me read it to you. CLP9037L. These go to a Range Rover Freelancer or something like that. Anyhow, they fit. They're wider, they're longer, they're stronger. This is a weak point of the cars, the Spitfires and the GT6s. So this is a nice little upgrade. And I think the what are they, lug nuts that go with it. You can use like ones from a Ford Probe, and those fit, and you can get some cool looking alloy nuts. I got, where did I put it? Somewhere around here. Just a regular nut. So how I'm going to install these is put it through, washers, then the nut to tighten it down to pull it all the way through, then take it off, and voila. There's things. Steering knuckle to go there. Over here I got some of the last parts for the back end, the brakes. I know I'm forgetting stuff. Get the brake lines, brakes are next. And there, the cool go fast part. Not sure if I showed you guys this yet. So fuel injection system, the GT6 engine. This thing's going to be a whole lot of fun when I'm done. Anyhow, that's that. And I might put it on time-lapse mode for a while to see what we're doing, but I might not. Alright, so I might turn this on for a little bit to show like work stuff, and it's fun seeing things go together really fast. But yeah, that's that. So kind of tell you a little bit about what part of my theory is going into this car is, so my daily driver is a Spitfire. Prior to that, it was this old Ford Ranger. I got for $1,000, lasted me for a good 6 years, and it's starting to get rickety. The Spitfire I got, I paid $3,600 for. It didn't run, got it running. It's my daily driver. It's awesome. So with the Spit6, this is like gonna be my car, like my everyday most excellent car. And my philosophy going into it is I don't have any kind of car payments. So each month try to put a little bit into savings. You know, if it's $20, it's $20. If it's $100, if it's $200, whatever I can kind of like squirrel away. And then I do a lot of work, and then as things build up, I'm like, I can afford a new part. How cool is that? And so I get a new part, and I keep going. So, you know, I'm a little over 2 years into this project. My estimated timeline is like 5 years. You know, that's ambitious fairly, because I'm just doing stuff on the weekends, but not even every weekend. So that's the car. Might show some work, might not show some work, but you know, thought I'd kind of do an update because I've really been slacking on these videos.